Hello guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Let's get this started. Let me just hush the music. How is everyone doing? Yeah, Sean, I'm pretty sure you did your free hit last week, man. And I can't remember who else was in the chat. I'll have to go back and I'll have to check the chat, but there's a couple of people who were saying they're gonna free hit last week. I was like, guys, hold, double game week, hold. And then yeah, Sean, you were one of them, I'm pretty sure. But hey, Bruno, welcome back, buddy, and Mr. Jolly, of course. Sean, Krista, Neil, hello, guys. Yeah, minus 12 taken. I'm going to try and justify it. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? Double game week, triple game week going down. Got to attack, but it feels like, if you guys remember the last double game week, it felt as though the people who did attack, it felt as though the people who did take those hits to get more double game week players, it paid off. Of course, every game week is different and it depends what it leaves your team with. I've already penciled in -4 for next week. That's fine. Doesn't bother me, doesn't scare me, but I just feel as though I had 2 free transfers. Feels as though the -12 I've taken, the potential upside is massive, obviously, because of the amount of players in the fixture. So we'll go over my transfers and we'll look at the team. We'll have a quick hello, check the chat, and just a very quick review about just a horrible game week. But I'm sure a lot of you guys had horrible game weeks as well. Of course, no Liverpool, no Manchester United. It was horrific. Chris is bargaining with himself. Sean stands by the decision. What's done is done. Don't cry about previous weeks. Yep, you made the decision, you made the call, and you win some, you lose some. Like, look, my free hit I think worked out because it meant I did a big double game week, good scores both weeks. So I played a free hit when I only had like 5 players or 4 players for game week 18, and then I had loads of doubles for the big, was it game week 19 I think it was. But my triple captaincy, blanks, Salah, double game week blank, and my bench boost was like 4 or 5 points or something horrible. So it just happens. You can't always do that. Got an okay week of 52 with the free hit. Actually, rule 52 is what, 13 points higher than the average, so actually it's probably a green arrow. It's not too bad. I thought I was muted all this time. Neil, gotta say thank you. Talking you out of the free hit in 33 has worked well for you right now. Yes, so we discussed it last week and the week before. I was just like, because like I'm saying to you now, what I'm done with the -12, attack, right? Even Neil, if we take out the fact that Liverpool now have a double and Manchester United have a triple, you would have played a free hit now and just stacked upon Leicester, stacked up, no Chelsea or Man City in your team because they're against each other and that's a difficult fixture. You might have thrown in Aubameyang because they've got West Brom. Your free hit team would have been really strong this week. But now there's a Liverpool double and a Manchester United triple. Oh, if you've held your nerve, Neil, there isn't a better time to play it than now, is there? Simon, Jota and Dean or Robertson, Antonio, Liverpool double attack or double Liverpool defense. I would actually go double Liverpool defense because Robertson will play. Jota wasn't even going to play against United. I personally took Jota out now, and I will talk about my transfers. I did use 3 transfers early before the announcements. To be honest, no one had actually penciled Manchester United for a triple game week, so I will defend myself on that. But I've always advocated that the suggestions I have or the advice I give is better than the stuff that I do for myself because I ignore it. There's no way I would usually suggest early transfers. I did it because I was having a bit of a sulk because I wasn't happy with my game week, and that's the way it is. So that happens. But I was going to go Liverpool double defense, but my transfers have actually changed that. Sean dropped your 2 Chelsea defenders for Trent and Phillips. I'm probably going to go the Phillips route with -4 next week. And you drop KDB going for Bruno and JWP. Sounds great for me, Sean. Game 34 was a complete disaster. I think it was for a lot of people. Hey, Denver. Welcome back, buddy. Did you really take the -12? Let us see you brought in. Yep, I'm going to do it now. It was game week 33. You free hit. Okay. But people talked about it last week, though. But you would have got 31 then. And that's another thing, Sean. That's a really good point. The fact that the free hit isn't necessarily a failure just because you didn't get like crazy high score. You just have to beat your original team and then it's successful, right? So, I mean, of course you could play it in certain times and get higher points, this and that, but yeah, in terms of that. 590k overall crime, and so slowly it's been a poor year. Sean, it's been difficult for a lot of us. I think I'm 201,000 now. It's been tough. It has been tough. So let's have a look. So looking at the team that I had, I'll tell you now. Cody's gone. Bowen's gone. Jota's gone. Son and Kane. Son and Kane are gone. They are the 5 transfers. So out Cody. In fact, I can probably do a text thing. Kane, Son, Cody, Jota. Before I knew it was going to be a double game week for Liverpool, of course. Bowen. These are my transfers out. Bold. I actually never used colours like this, so I don't know how to change the... Where can I? Oh my god, it's white. It's white ink. This is useless. Oh. God damn it. Alright, I'll just put it next to my face. Kane, Son, Cody, Jota, Bowen out. So Kane 1 fixture, Son 1 fixture. Now I've already tweeted, right? I've already tweeted that you just know, guys, with the way that football is, with the way that FPL is right now, you know for a fact that Kane or Son or Bale are going to be the highest scorers this week. You just know one of them's going to get like a hat trick, or it's going to be like Southampton earlier in the game week where Kane gets 4, Son gets 4, because that's what FPL does now. Should you bring in Kai Havertz or Zaha? Zaha. Kai Havertz has got Manchester City and might not even play. The Bowen Striker Dream didn't last long. But the thing with the Bowen Striker Dream, I mean, it did. I brought him in on my wild card. So you can see, I can't remember when I wild carded, to be honest now, but you can see he did all right for me. And he was only going to sit on my bench anyway. I did mention, no, I didn't bring him on my wild card. I brought him a week later because I said that was the one mistake that I made. But, you know, I said after that he was going to sit on my bench anyway because Lingard was here. You'd only bring in Zaha if it's a free hit. Well, I'm not you, because let's have a look at who came in. Oh. Permission denied. This is worrying. There we go. All right. So, Kane, gone. DCL, my man, my hero, is back. He is... Oh, God, I've moved something again. He's back. I don't know how to change the color of the text, guys. That is the situation. I have done it. Ta-da! Oh, jeez. It disappeared. Just can't catch a break, guys. All I'm trying to do is show you things. All right, let's try again. Select color, red. Oh, you don't want to hear that sound. You don't want to hear that sound. Okay, we're on gas now. To DCL, Kane to DCL. I could have done this before, guys, but it's been busy. It's been work all day. Cody, goodbye. Say hello to Godfrey. Oh, can't even spell, guys. What an absolute nightmare. To Godfrey, Bowen, goodbye, my friend. To JWP. Son to Zaha, which just sounds wrong already as I'm typing this, guys. Clearly didn't think about that. And who else have I got? I've forgotten my last one. Son, boy, Cody. Bruno came in. Bruno came in for Son. Okay, I take that back, guys. Bruno. And I can't remember my last one. I can't remember. Head's gone. Head has gone. James Ward-Prowse. Kane and Son. I forgot. I did get him involved with a hit. I've completely forgot. Hold on. Where'd you look at transfers? Oh dear. Transfer history. Yes. Calvert-Lewin for Kane. Godfrey for Cody. Ward-Prowse for Bowen. Oh, Jota. There we go. Oh my word. That was far more difficult than I actually thought it was going to be. All right, there we are. There we go. Put it over here. All right, I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. Done. 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 Huzzah! Ignore Godfrey goes onto the screen. It doesn't matter. All right. So, let me check with the chat and then I'll do my justifications as to why I think you should attack. You'd only, so where we finish off, Sean would only bring in Zaha if it's a free hit. Well, he's here to stay because he's got a lovely double game week, and then he's got Aston Villa, and then he's got Arsenal, and he supports Arsenal. He always wants to impress Arsenal. He wants to move to Arsenal, and Arsenal concede goals. So, and he might be sat on my bench by that point. So, what is the point? He's fine. I just really wait for this double game week. He was my captain until the triple game week was announced, and the fact that we got a little bit of news that apparently he's got a little bit of a funny groin as Zaha, but he has taken a picture of himself training, like, you know, giving a little pose like this. So hopefully he's going to be all right for the games. But you just know, 10 minutes in, he's going to kick a ball. His groin or hamstring is going to go, and that's going to be it. We got Chubb, Martinez, James, Trent, Shaw, Son, Greenwood, Bruno, Captain, Salah, Kane, Watkins, Nacho, bench, Forster, Lingard, Dallas, took a -8 and a 3 United before this week. No Salah for 10 weeks. A lot of people, we'll get on to captains later. Some people might just say, well, United players minutes this and minutes that, but when we talk about captaincy, I just can't not. I've said it before, when I've got a double game week player, I can't not captain a double game week player. When I've got a triple game week player, I just can't not I just can't. And Bruno's come out and he's personally said, like, he used to play 7 hours a day and the football he gets right now isn't even enough. He always wants to play every minute of every game. And Ollie, for me, is the kind of manager that would say, okay, yeah, good. Play. I want you to play every game. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. So, and he plays 2 out of 3. You look at the people with double game week, they might only play 1 out of 2. But when you've got 3 games, chances are he's going to get minutes in at least 2 of the 3, right? So it does bump it up just a little bit. DCL has been a great servant this year. Yeah, I started the season with him, and I'm bringing him back in. I was going to wait a week, and he's going to come in for Vardy, and I was going to keep hold of Kane. That was a -4 debate, but I'll go through the transfers and when I did them and my thinking behind it. You remember saying you was annoyed you was going to have to hold DCL all season, but he's come good. Yeah, he's back, and he's a streaky player. He'll get one and he'll end up getting more. I'm telling you. And I was talking to one of my great friends, and he's an Everton fan, and he was like, "Oh, Richarlison, everything looks like it goes through him stuff." And then when I told him actually that, you know, Richarlison's only got, what is it, 1 assist and no goals in 7 games or something like that. I was just went for DCL. Rashford or Greenwood? I'm still going to say Greenwood. Now, I know Rashford didn't play against Roma, but I still don't feel as though Rashford can do 3 games. I still don't think Rashford is 100% right. I think Rashford will play the Liverpool game because United and Liverpool is huge, right? I think Rashford could do Villa and Liverpool. Greenwood could do all 3. That was who I was and ahhing about. Should I do Bruno? Should I do Greenwood? Because Greenwood is obviously a bigger differential. Greenwood could do all 3, but I don't like the fact he did 90 minutes. But I still think minutes-wise, Greenwood and Rashford will probably be around the same, especially with James being out. And both of them can play a striker, so you might see a bit of a rotation with Cavani up front. Needless to say, at the moment, he is in your free hit. Zaha's got to be back. He's got to be back. You're tempted to play Lloris instead of Martinez, as you have Everton. Okay, so the thing that Sean's talking about there is the idea of he's doubling down. So you guys know I've not had Bruno for a long time because I've said there's no point in having Bruno. You've got him to captain or you don't have him. That's doubling down, right? Because his effective ownership is so high. There's no point in just having him sitting in your team who's not captain because he doesn't earn you points. And when he blanks, you could have gone so much higher going with someone else. So Sean's idea of playing Lloris is basically saying that having Everton and United players, you putting all your eggs in one basket there. So you either hope that one of them score or none of them do, basically. Because if his goalkeeper, if Martinez gets a clean sheet, that's all well and good, but that means his outfield players don't get points. So it's basically saying I back one or the other. Bamford to DCL or Cavani? DCL, John. Double game weeks are the only weeks hits make a lot of sense. Don't even start on triple game weeks. Yeah. Hey, Penguin, how you doing, buddy? You're going with Iñárritu captain this week. I do really like that shout. You got a brace versus United in FA Cup back in March too. So I will go through captaincy options and as well as my transfers that I've done, and also discuss why I think it could be a mega. The last, I said this at the start of the stream, the last big double game week, people took -8s, -12s, and it paid off because it was a huge bonanza, and I kind of feel like it's going to be a big one. Last time it felt a bit more defensive. I just see goals everywhere. I really do. Why would anyone want to move to Arsenal? He's an Arsenal fan. Everyone's saying Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. What about Lindelof? Yeah, he missed out one. People are even thinking of captaining a United defender. I get it. They'll probably play 60 minutes, 2-4-6, 6-12. You're looking at probably a minimum of 12 points from a captain, which isn't bad, but when you've got a triple game week, it's not great. But I don't like the idea of that. I really don't. And I didn't take a hit for Godfrey. Now, I have taken -12. I have said that. But Godfrey was not the person I took a hit for. I'll explain that. He was already in. I was already bringing in an Everton defender because I've obviously got Sheffield United. And then is it Wolves after that? Is it Sheffield United and Wolves? Yeah, Sheffield United and Wolves. And then he finished the season at Man City and he'll sit on my bench, right? So Godfrey was coming in. My only debate was which, apart from Luka Dean, which Everton defender. I looked at the minutes. Holgate was a strong contender. Coleman is good because he plays right back / right wing back, but his minutes are sometimes lower. Godfrey looks like he's the one that plays all the minutes, basically. Let's just carry on. Krista, is Bruno Hall directly proportional to Cavani Hall if Cavani starts? I'm not really sure, to be honest, Krista. Like, just go for points. Just get the. I know you messaged me and you've been saying that you're thinking about getting Cavani in. Cavani's the kind of guy that, yeah, of course he could bang, but I'm looking at my front three and I don't. Even a Kane in a single game week, that might be risky to say, but I just feel like that's better. The same guy will play every game and Sean might play too. I agree, Sean. Hits taking high this week and next week. All we want to reverse some transfers. Got to love FPL even. Yeah, Denver Army. I've taken Kane and Son out for a hit. I'm thinking of bringing him back next week. Both of them. But I'm attacking. That's it. Hey, Harry. How you doing, buddy? Rashford Greenwood this week. Yeah, already mentioned before. I would still back Greenwood. I'll quickly just review what I said. I don't think Rashford is 100%. I don't know why. I read somewhere that he said that he's been playing with pain for the last couple of years. You can see that he how many times has he done 90 minutes? How many times has Rashford done 90 minutes? And even when you're watching Man United, how many times you look at Rashford and think he can run 90 minutes? So recently 85, 83, 71, 71, 90, 72, couple of 90s, 88, couple of 90s, 59, 79, 95, 90, 79. Even though Greenwood played 90 minutes, I just feel more towards Greenwood. He's got the form. I think he's getting more points recently. He might play up front if Cavani gets rotated out. My 50-50 was Fernandes or Greenwood, and I sort of chickened out and just went Fernandes. To be honest, he built me up when he was like, "I'm gonna play every minute. I love football. I used to play 7 hours a day. I want more." So I was like, right, well, fine, Bruno, do it. If Bruno plays 3 games. And I hate it. I genuinely hate it. His effective ownership. If you've got Bruno and you don't captain him, and we've talked about this a lot this season, and I always say, captain a player who you think will score the most points. I think Bruno's going to get the most points this game week. Therefore, he's my captain. But I hate just the fact that as well, that if you don't captain him, you've just got a guy in your team who's actively against you, which is why I always say double down. Just like I double if you've got Bruno, if you're thinking about getting Bruno but you won't captain him, don't get him. Honestly, that's why I didn't go for Greenwood, because that was my choice. Greenwood or Fernandes captain, because I could have captained Salah, could have captained Zaha, but I'm a bit worried about his groin. Could have gone for like sort of Iniacho. Leicester worry me, guys. Leicester worry me because they have a history of bottling it. If you remember last season, the first half of the season they were like second. Wonderful football they were playing, and then they just lost like every game for the rest of the season and dropped out of the top 4. They're worrying me, so I don't think I could put. I know Iniacho's in great form, but Leicester 1-1 against Southampton, beat Palace 2-1, but it wasn't convincing. Beat West Brom 3-0. Okay, that's fine. Lost away to West Ham. Lost at home to City. Yeah. So that's why I went, because I might have brought Greenwood in, but I don't think I'd have captained him. So that's the only reason I'm sat here with Bruno. Hey Alistair, welcome back, buddy. Using your wild card this week. Is that your only thing left? Because it's really difficult if you're using your wild card now, because you'll be absolutely itching to get like. I guess you could do at least 2 United, right? And then sit them on your bench and make sure you've got a playing bench for next week, right? You'd love to captain Iniacho, but Bruno is going to be well over 100% exactly. So if you've got him, I hate the idea that we have to captain someone, and I always say captain the person with the highest points. So if you genuinely in your heart of hearts don't believe that Bruno Fernandes will be the highest point scorer this game week, don't captain him and don't get him if you don't have him, right? Because that is the aim of the game, points. But for me personally, having a player that's going to be over 100% effective ownership, I don't think he's going to go over 200%, so he will get you something. I don't think there's enough triple captains and stuff left. But there's enough dead teams. And I have said this about Bruno before. There's enough dead teams in the world out there that just auto-captain Bruno Fernandes every week, right? I just will be fine going into this game week, seeing his massive effective ownership, and then I'm just going to rely on everybody else. I'll have complete peace of mind for this double/triple game week with Bruno as my captain. This is another reason, guys, why I took a -12, because I'm taking punts. I'm taking a gamble on other players and just having that captaincy in my back pocket of Bruno Fernandes. So if Bruno Fernandes blanks, I'm with the majority of people who are gutted and the small minority of people who captained the one who bangs, right? Let's say someone triple captains James Ward-Prowse or something nuts, right? Or a captaincy on Trent Alexander-Arnold. He gets an assist and a clean sheet against Southampton. He gets the clean sheet against United. He's a captain. There you go. Wonderful score for the game week. Bruno only plays 1.5 of the games, gets 3-4 points, doubled to 8 points. Everyone's like, oh god, triple game wheel. But I'm with them. I'm there. And I'm just now relying on the rest of my team to pick off everyone else's rest of the team. But if Bruno bangs, if Bruno gets 2 goals in 3 games, and don't forget bonus, he's an absolute bonus magnet. He gets, over the 3 games, he gets a goal, an assist, and 2 bonus, 1 bonus, 1 bonus. Just something like that, right? It is going to hurt so much that it won't even matter what the rest of your team is like. It's not even going to be important, because if Bruno bangs, you're going to have like 4 other players to make enough points to more than cover him. Right, is that making sense? Like, so if you've just captain Bruno, go and be fancy with the other transfers, because you've got that's the only good thing about it. You know who everyone's going to captain. It's not one of those game weeks where Liverpool's got West Brom, Man City's got Crystal Palace, Chelsea have got when you're like, oh, I could go him or him or him or him. Everyone's just like Bruno. Just like, it was last week? Was it the week before? With Kane. Right? With his like 150 or 190% ownership, right? It's just like, captain. And then go and play with the rest of your team and try and make the points up that way and just give yourself, I do say attack it, but attack it elsewhere. I don't think attack it with the captaincy this week, because it's going to be too high. Bruno, EO going to be 230% plus. I don't think it's going to be that high. I don't think there's enough captaincy chips left. But we'll see. But again, if that's the case, then that's the case. But like I keep saying, if he does do something and you don't captain him or you don't have him, it's going to hurt. It's going to really hurt your rank. And like I said, you're going to have all your other lads beat him just to cover the rank drop that he's going to give you if he does something. And I didn't want to give into the fear. I don't think I didn't give into the fear, because like I said, I think Bruno will end up as the highest point scorer. So that's for the captaincy. Cavani captaincy, I fear you're thinking right now. I do too, Krista. Rashford is always playing through an injury. Could be very bad for his career in later years. Yeah, I agree. He's seized his chance at United. He's got this... I think a lot of his injuries or his issues are stemming from his back, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I agree. He's giving it all now, and I think it's going to hamper him. Martinez, Sanchez, Dina, Holding, Saiss, Bernard Costa, Son, Lingard, Bruno, Salah, Kane, Bamford, Nacho. 2 free transfer, plenty to do. Son to Greenwood, I like it. Bamford to DTL, please suggest. Yep, John, I think that's decent moves. Watkins or Antonio, including this game week and for the rest of the season. Does it have to be for the rest of the season? I'll say Antonio. He comes back, he gets a brace. What a man. And they're hunting for top 4. And he's a midfielder who plays a striker, which is why I had Bowen in the first place. Realistically, if you have Bruno, you should be captaining him every week. Otherwise, there's not much point. Exactly, Sean. And that's why before this week, I didn't own Bruno Fernandes. And he's my captain now. And he's probably going to be out next week for Son. Or I'll have another punt and try it that way. Hey, Martin, how you doing, buddy? Using your free hit, which 3 United players would you suggest? Thinking Cavani, Bruno, Greenwood. Love the channel. Thanks, Martin. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Bruno, Greenwood, you've got 2 of them there. Cavani, I'd go with defender. Look, free, I wouldn't use a transfer on it. I did mention earlier I wouldn't use a transfer, but for a free hit, just do Maguire or do Henderson. Get the goalkeeper. And just be boring and hope he plays. Now, here's the thing with getting Henderson on a free hit. I would say yes, but I genuinely think that David De Gea is supposed to be going in the summer, right? I think David De Gea will play game week 38 as a goodbye to the fans in the Premier League, and then I think he'll play the final. Because you can't not play De Gea from now all the way until he plays in a final. Because we talked about this with Leno. I did on Twitter about it being rusty. You can't do that for a goalkeeper. So yeah, tempted to bring in the next week for West Brom. No, Sean, no, stop it. All right, so let's talk about the transfers. The transfers that I did first. it's obvious. Let me see if I can put these in order. So this goes up here. Pop this down there because I did my transfers in 2. I did them in 2, guys. I did it like this. So I initially took a -4, and I can't say enough that, you know, I think about what I say, but don't copy what I do because it's bad. But I made my transfers early. You know what, guys? I can't even tell you why. I can't even tell you why I decided to just be like, because it's not even money. I've got good team value. I've got 103.9 with 2.5 in the bank. I'm not scraping for cash. And even with the transfers I'm going to make in the future, I'm going to have like 4 million sat in my bank. I don't even know why. I genuinely don't even know. But I did. And Cody to Godfrey, a single game week player for Wolves, who are absolute rubbish at the minute, on holiday. Equally, I've brought in a player from a team that is on holiday as well, but double game week, 1 game to 2 games. So we've talked about taking hits before. We've talked about taking hits in a blank and double game week. Godfrey, I'm really hoping that he is nailed, because that's why I got him. He's supposed to be like the Cody of Everton, right? Just someone who's going to play 90 minutes. He's playing twice. The potential's there. You know, if a player plays more games, it's a -12, and thanks, John, by the way. If a player plays more games, the potential for them to do something, get a clean sheet, get an assist, get bonus, get goals, whatever, is there. And that's why it sounds nuts when you say things like -8, -12, -16. But it just genuinely, the thing that I thought last time is the people who really attacked the double game week won. And I think I've got nothing to lose. I'd rather look at my team now and think, oh, here we go. I've got 11 players with a double game week, and one of them's got a triple. And if you look at my team, Holding could come in for James because I don't think James plays both. I'm just trying to attack it. So Godfrey in for Cody, one game versus 2 games. Everton, decent couple of games, and they've got Sheffield, and they've got Wolves in the games after that. Okay, I think everyone would agree with that. I don't think there's anyone who would say Cody to Godfrey is a terrible move. Bowen to James Ward-Prowse. Again, we've got not only have we got a single game week player against a double game week player, but Antonio's back. He was back. People were like, oh my God, Antonio's playing. Oh, Antonio scored a brace. Fantastic. That really helps me in my Bowen plan, who came on for like 11 minutes. Bowen's on the bench, probably going to play 20 minutes or whenever Antonio's hamstring goes again, or Mr. Free Kick set piece man himself, Mr. Ward-Prowse. And it's so funny because I did tweet this out to Who Got the Assist, and it was Tom for the Who Got the Assist pod, and I was like, I thought I was being so smart and so hip, being like, oh, I'm going to bring in James Ward-Prowse, guys. I'm going to bring in James Ward-Prowse. Double game week. He's got a double game week. Liverpool, they concede goals. Liverpool. Crystal Palace at home. Oh, they're like the second worst team in form in the league right now. But Sheffield, beautiful. I'm not going to tell anyone about this. Keep it a secret. First item on the agenda for the Who Got the Assist pod is the transfer market, the ups and downs, ins and out. Who's the most transferred in player this game week? James Ward-Prowse. So I thought, look at me being... I even tweeted that I'd made these transfers and they weren't exciting, but they were different. And they're not. James Ward-Prowse isn't, because he's currently the highest transferred in player right now. He's got a net transfer of 68,600 and no, that's not true. It's this one. Oh, 848 up. So yeah, but if anything, guys, that shows that it could be a good move because lots of people are doing it. But again, Bowen, a player who might not even play, probably not start, only get a few minutes, 1 game. Mr. Ward-Prowse, captain fantastic on set pieces. And then, they've got Fulham. And then Leeds. So decent end to the fixture, then West Ham. So I thought if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, if I want to play him in the future, I can. He's got good fixtures. He's a good player. He's only 5.8 million. No arguments there. And then this was before the double game week for Liverpool was announced. Jota gone, out, finished, done. Zaha in. Liverpool get a double game week. Southampton United. I still think Jota maybe plays only one. And I was probably just like you guys sat there, and I was even tweeting out like, this is going to finish 1-1. Newcastle Liverpool. This is just not happening. The first half of that Liverpool Newcastle game was an absolute joke. It was an absolute joke. How Jota, how Salah, how Mane did not get a hat trick each in that first half against Newcastle astounding. They're laughing and joking about it. Doing flicks and doing fancy turns and things like that. Well, there you go. Blew it right at the end. Take care, Sean, mate. Have a good one. Good luck. May the arrows forever be green. And I knew Jota was a risk when I got him. And I said over 7 million is just too expensive for a player that plays 1 in every 2 or 1 in every 3. And I just didn't like it anymore. So I just went for James Ward-Prowse. So that was a -4. Boom. Bomb drops. Liverpool. Double game week. Oh, God, I've just sold Joe. Fantastic. All right, fine. Manchester United. Triple game week. What? This is ridiculous. Now, I had been tempted for a Dominic Calvert-Lewin double game week as it is. Because people might know, I have a very soft spot for Mr. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Started the season with him. He was the reason why I wasn't even lower than 4.5 million ranked, because I never had Salah, never had Son, never had Kane, and he was the only one that was doing anything for me for the first 10 game weeks. What a wonderful man. And people was like, he can't keep going. And he did. He was a little train that could. And I was thinking, Everton away from home have done, what is it? Out of the last 8 goals, I think 6 of them have come away from home. Everton at home are rubbish. Awful. One of the worst teams at home in the league. Away from home, solid. Really good team. So then it was, do I do Richarlison or do I do Calvert-Lewin? I spoke to my friend. He preferred Richarlison. I looked at stats and I just love the fact that he goal hangs. Luka Dean's back. Whip the ball in. Stick it on his head. Good. I'll take the points. Thank you very much. I don't like taking Kane out for a hit or Son. And every week when we talk about predictions, I always say the same thing about Leeds. I don't know. I can have good predictions about most of the teams in the league. I can't put my finger on Leeds. I say every time, it could be 0-0, could be 5-5, could be 5-0 Leeds, could be 5-0 whoever they're playing against. They're too difficult. So it could be a 0-0 1-1 with Spurs, or Spurs could just walk out there and absolutely smash them 5-0. Or Bielsa's going to do an absolute masterclass on Ryan Mason, and Leeds are going to do him 2-0 or something like 2-1 like they did against Man City. But I know it says Kane to DCL and Son to Bruno. It's a pairing, right? So I've gone from Son 1 match to Bruno 3 matches, and then I've gone from Kane 1 match to Calvert-Lewin 2 matches. So yes, I've taken a -12. It works out at like what, 2.5? Yeah, just 2.5. It was something like 2.35 per player, -2.35, something like that per player, right? So Godfrey has 2 games, and over those 2 games, he has to get 2.35 points more than Cody, and so on. All the players. 2.35 to the guy that they've replaced. Bruno has 3 opportunities, Son has 1. DCL has 2 opportunities, Kane has 1, and so on. So that's why I took the hit. That's why I think if you're going to go for it, unless you're really sitting pretty or you're at your target goal, maybe you said to yourself at the start of the season or halfway through this season or 5 weeks ago, my goal is top 100k and I want to get in there. Then you might want to solidify and not take the big hits. I'm sat at 200k. 10, 12 weeks ago, whatever, I was 4.5 million. Just another season where I've absolutely started horrifically and just climb my way up. And my goal is top 100k. I would be delighted if I finished in the top 100k. I can't even believe I've never done it before. This is my 10th year of playing. Now, I'll be honest, it's only this year and last year that I've actually tried to do decent at it. Before that, I did minus 12s every week. So yeah, I think that would be my advice, guys. If you're looking at your team, don't decimate. Obviously, if you've got players for next week, don't bring in 3 United and 3 Leicester and then have 8 players or 6 players next week or something like that. But it just feels like it's the week to attack. Captain, I've already said it. Bruno, nailed. Absolutely nailed for me. Others I would love to... If Zaha was 100% fit, I think he's a great punt. I think Greenwood would be a great option as well. I think Vardy or Iheanacho or Calvert-Lewin. I would be reluctant with Everton. They tend to let us down in times of need. They've got a history of doing that. But captaincy, I can't look past United players who have got 3 games. And then after that, it's got to be a double game week player. So it'd probably Bruno, then Greenwood, maybe United defender. I can't not recommend a United player for captaincy. Outside of that, Zaha I think is a fantastic punt. He loves to come alive. It's transfer season. He wants out of Palace. In my opinion, I think he's waited a long time to get out of Palace. They somehow calmed him down and kept him there, but I think he'll turn on the business and do at least 1 goal, 1 assist, I think, in these 2 games. But Salah is a solid option. Southampton and United, though, is tough. That really would put me out. With the way that Liverpool are right now and have been all season, and the way that United against the top teams have been really great at shutting teams down, that would put me off the Salah captaincy. If I didn't have Bruno Fernandes right now, Wilfried Zaha would be my captain. And probably Iheanacho would be my vice. Let me just catch up with Mirza. Someone help, please, to bench boost this week. Leno, Forster, Seiss, Holding, Phillips, Dallas, Konsa, Bruno. You don't know about Forster or Leno. You don't know if they're going to play. That's a goalkeeper situation I had until I brought in Meslier. Do you want to bench boost Wolves, who have Brighton? Yeah, all right. Size could be bench boostable. Consa's a double game week. Dallas has got Spurs. Honestly, I'd probably bench boost because I can't think of when else you're going to do it. Unless you have more than 11 players next game week, say you've got for some reason you've got a full squad next week, I'd bench boost next week and really hammer against the people who can't field 11 players. But yeah, if I've got a bench boost, I'll probably do it now. 69k Krista. Yeah, so but again, it all depends on your personal goals. If you're sat there going, I'm 69k, I want to get top 50k. Or if you're sat there going, I'm inside the top 100k and I want to finish here, then solidify. Just play for your own objectives. Mr. Jolly, are you bringing Kane back? Yes, Kane will come back in for Vardy next game week. You got in chips so you don't want to get rid? Same. Yeah, I'm throwing away 0.4 million, but there's no point. There's absolutely no point at all with money in the bank. So I had Kane, I sold him for 11.5 and I'm going to have to buy him for 11.9 or 12 million. So it's going to cost me an extra 0.5. So what? I've brought in a player that's got 2 games. He's got 1. Next week, Vardy doesn't play. Kane does. So Kane will come in for Vardy next week. That'll give me 10 players. And then I just have to probably do Holding or someone to someone like Phillips. Or Bruno to Son. I think I need a defender though. Arnold plays, Godfrey plays. Oh no, I don't. Godfrey, Arnold, Dallas plays. So I'll do... I already said earlier, I'm probably going to bring back Son and Kane. To be honest. Or I might even go fancy and bring in another, like James Rodriguez or something, and just really round out the season in style. I think that's everything that I was going to cover today, guys, because It's a big one. Minus 12 taken. Bruno, captaincy, can't look past it in my opinion. I am just thinking of James or Holding. I'm probably going to go for James. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go for James. And Forster, he's got 2 opportunities to play, once against Liverpool, once against Palace. Knowing my luck, he'll play against Liverpool, they'll lose 5-0, and he won't play against Palace, and they'll get a clean sheet. But that's the way it is. I've got Meze on the bench, so it's fine. Godfrey, 2 away games. West Ham, difficult. Villa, still no Grealish. Could be a clean sheet there. Trent, good fixture. Southampton, same as Salah. Difficult away fixture, same as Salah. Ward-Prowse, Liverpool concede, Palace concede, good chances there. Zaha, Sheffield concede, Southampton concede, great. 3 for Bruno. 2 away games for Calvert-Lewin, where they usually score. Newcastle and then United. I think Vardy plays both. Iniacho. In fact, is it Sam Martin? He's the Leicester team news guy. He's already released the Leicester team and Newcastle, and it's Iniacho and Vardy they're playing. In fact, I think it's the same team except Thomas is out and Ricardo Pereira is in, if I remember rightly. Who to get in for Rudiger and Mount? James Ward-Prowse and it depends on the money. I don't know how much money you've got. Dean and Zaha. Okay, yeah, that's a great shout. Adam, minus 12 taken there as well. You've got FOMO over Bruno. You took a minus 12 and still didn't bring in Bruno? Oh, Adam. I love the bravery. You know, if that pays off, what a rank rise that will be. It will be absolutely massive. All right, guys. Well, you've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. You've got under 5 hours to make those final changes and tinkers. Let's see what the minus 12 does. And honestly, I don't regret it. Oh, you did bring him in from... Okay, I thought he was like, took a minus 12 and then still didn't bring in the guy you're scared of. That's nuts. But yeah, the only thing I'm really honestly worried about is Son and Kane. But you're always going to be worried about Son and Kane. And I just can't look past players that have 2 or 3 matches when they have 1. And they're going to Leeds. And Leeds have been so good this season, or so bad, or so unpredictable. And I think we could see a Bielsa masterclass. He's against a really inexperienced Ryan Mason. And Bielsa just cooks up a storm. It could be an absolute fantastic thing. But much appreciated. Thanks for popping in, guys. And you're going for Cavani, Krista. Good luck with that. Let's see if he bangs. Take it easy, guys. And yeah, have a good one.